Hi, welcome to Automation for Equitable and Resilient Digital Public Services. I am Mahesh Jalukuri. I am excited to be part of our Kubernetes 2025. In this talk, I will walk you through how Kubernetes native automation is changing the way the governments deliver the digital services. My goal is to show you not just the technology, but the social impact. How this transformation can make services more accessible, more reliable, more equitable for citizens everywhere. The digital public service revolution. Governments across the world are rapidly digitizing. Citizens expect 24 by 7 service availability, quick updates, and inclusive experiences regardless of language or geography. Traditional IT systems are not designed for this scale or speed. Kubernetes native automation enables government to meet these demands. For example, think about applying for benefits online at midnight or during a national emergency where millions of people log in simultaneously. With modern automation, the experience doesn't collapse, it scales up seamlessly. Why Kubernetes native automation matters? So, why does it matter? Scalability ensures governments can handle sudden spikes like tax filing deadlines or vaccine registrations. Reliability ensures services stay up during the moment citizens need them the most. Equity is about fairness. Everyone should get the same quality of service, whether they are in major city or a remote village. And efficiency matters because governments must do more with less, optimizing taxpayers' resources. Taken together, all these four pillars make Kubernetes native automation not just technical solution, but but for a public good. 37% system availability increase. Our research showed that public sector organizations used Kubernetes automation achieved a 37% increase in the system's availability. That means fewer disruptions and more trust from citizens. Imagine healthcare portals, emergency response apps, or welfare systems staying up consistently during the critical times. This improvement is more than a number. It's about ensuring the citizens rely their government when it matters the most. Cross-sector impact analysis. We studied the impact across healthcare, legal services, and public utilities. The three domains highlight how broad and deep the changes can be. Healthcare benefited from telemedicine scaling, legal services improved access and reduced backlogs, and utilities improved resilience in rural areas. The theme here is simple. Automation transforms not only how efficiently systems run, but also how fairly services are delivered to diverse citizens. Healthcare transformation results. In healthcare, the results were dramatic. Telemedicine consultations grew by 430%. That's not just a statistic, it means patients who couldn't get an appointment in person had new options to access the care. Few rollout times dropped from Feature rollout times dropped from 45 days to just 7. In public health, those weeks can mean the difference between controlling an outbreak and letting its Kubernetes automation gave systems the agility they needed. Legal system digital equity gains. In legal system, digital automation reduced code backlog by 23%. That means cases got resolved faster, easing pressure on courts and providing justice more quickly. Equally important, multilingual automation improved access for non-English speaking by 52%. That's a huge step, ensuring equity. Everyone, regardless of language, can navigate the legal system digitally. Infrastructure resilience achievements. Emergency services achieved 99.999% uptime thanks to AI driven self healing infrastructure. The level of reliability is crucial when lives are on the line. In rural areas, edge deployments reduced outages by 76%. A small community relying on consistent power or water. Automation ensures these essential services don't fail. This demonstrates how resilience is not just a technical but deeply human in its impact. Financial impact and ROI. Automation also delivered financial value. Organizations reduced cost by up to 34% within the 2 years and 42% by the year 3. These savings aren't about cutting corners, they result from systems running more efficiently, scaling smartly, and reducing downtime. This creates sustainability. Governments can invest those resources into new initiatives while maintaining high service quality. Staff innovation, capacity growth. More automation, only 23% of staff was available for innovation. Most time was spent on firefighting and manual processes. After automation, that number grew to 58%. Think about what that means. Staff can now focus on creating better citizen experiences, designing new programs, and thinking strategically instead of troubleshooting servers. This shift is where technology directly improves human potential. Implementation challenges. Of course, no transformation is without challenges. The first is a skill gap. Kubernetes expertise is limited in many public sectors, requiring targeted training and partnerships. The second is legacy integration. Old systems don't disappear overnight, so careful migration planning is very essential. And the third is risk of a digital divide. We must ensure that automation includes vulnerable populations rather than excluding them. Policy recommendations. To address these challenges, we recommend four key actions. Establish cross agency standards to align security and operations. Second, invest in workforce development with structured training programs. Third, practice inclusive design so accessibility is built into every project. And finally, foster public-private partnership that brings in expertise but keep public control over essential services. These are practical, actionable steps governments can take today. Implementation framework. Our implementation framework breaks the journey into four phases. The first 3 months, assess infrastructure and establish baseline metrics. In months 4 to 8, pilot Kubernetes in low risk services. In months 9 to 18, scale up the critical services with citizens' feedback loops. Finally, continuous optimization ensures system adapt with AI and evolving needs. This phased approach reduces the risk and builds confidence at every building institutional trust through technology. Successful automation does more than improve uptime. It strengthens the relationship between governments and citizens. Transparency in service status, consistent quality, proactive communication, and accessible design, all of these build trust. And trust in institutions is vital for democrat- democratic engagement. When citizens see reliability and fairness in digital services, they engage more and believe more in their institutions. The next steps. So, should organizations do next? Start by assessing your infrastructure and mapping the citizen's journey. Then build your team. Invest in Kubernetes training and cross functional groups. Finally, start small but scale smart. Pilots in low risk areas build momentum and confidence before tackling mission critical systems. The important thing is to begin. Transformation doesn't have to be massive one day. Small wins accumulate into systematic change. And thank you for joining this session on Kubernetes native automation for digital public services. I hope these insights inspire you to think about where automation can make the biggest impact in your next context. I would like to continue the conversation. If you'd like to continue the conversation, I'd be glad to connect on LinkedIn or during Q&A. Together, we can build more resilient, equitable, citizen-focused services for the future. Thank you again. Bye.